This damn camera phone keeps turning itself on, so we might as well get started. Guys, welcome to episode 3 of the Butthurt Report. So today we have several comments and several chosen comments to be added to the Butthurt Report. Nothing super stellar to report, to be honest with you, but actually some really good preparedness stuff. A few different comments here and there. But as of this last few days, things have actually been pretty calm. So, let's get into it. I mean, this is, as usual, I'm gonna talk some smack. I'm gonna read some stuff. I'm gonna drink some coffee, and it's an educational channel. So, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys. Let's see. The video was. Clean drinking water made easy. Made that 5 days ago. And Rose comments, one day we'll find out where you work. In a word, you got to remember, I have to read these, and people don't really like type in perfect sentence sometimes. In word out of movies, we have our ways, spoken in German accents. They're alluding to the fact that I do not work at Walmart, although I go there quite often. I do frequent it. I actually do buy lots of Walmart camping gear, things like that. I think that they sell some halfway decent products there. I heard a term yesterday when I was doing the live stream last night. If you missed it, I'll put a link someplace up here for you to go back and watch it. It's basically 2 hours of nothing but gear. It's basically 2 hours of gear. It was crazy. A little bit of liquor was involved, but no, it wasn't enough to even get a buzz, to be honest with you. Anyhow, so somebody had told me the term, I have a lot of Ozark trail gear, and somebody said that's why they call it Ozark fail. Obviously, this was somebody who's in the bushcrafting survival community. They have the $160 knives, which are cool, but I still love my, now I think they're $20, the 11-inch fixed blade knife from Ozark Trails. You could still get them. And I've been carrying that thing for years. I just beat the crap out of it, and it just keeps on coming. But no, I do not work there. I just happen to know what's on all the aisles, and I can answer stalking questions and things like that. But no, never have, never will. All right, let's see. What's this? Golden, what is it? Geraldine Gregory says, with all those beans and lentils, I don't think you need a small fig bar to clean you out. She's talking about a video that I made some time back about the survival rations that they dropped on top of the Gaza Strip. Normally they're UN stuff, but you can actually buy them out there on Amazon. The name of the video was "It's Time to Eat Survival Prepper." Basically they look like MREs, they act like MREs, they smell like MREs, but an MRE is designed to be a single meal. Whereas this thing that looks like a single meal is actually an entire day of food. And it's strictly survival foods. Beans, lentils, starches, things like that. Sugars, very few of them actually have any kind of animal protein inside of them. So it's generally they'll clean you out. Let's see. If we go back up here, I don't even know if I should say it. It's like my brain is like, I got this comment from I don't even want to say his name. Basically, I'm not even going to repeat the comment. What I will tell you is that whenever somebody says boomer, it means that they don't actually understand, one, what a boomer really is, and two, that you think you're saying something mean to us, but it's look like a boomer, not a boomer. Anyhow, you are, and it's not a big deal. What do we got here? The Hype Train video from Bradley Collins. Hype Train this video, laugh out loud. Get now seeing this for the first time 2 days after the release. Come on, YouTube. basically YouTube is not populating the feeds the way they would normally do it in the prepper community. If you're a prepper, I hate to say it, but they do have their boots on our necks. It's really that easy. It's very easy for them to dial things back and make it so that we have to grind even harder. It can be very emotional, depressing, watching things happen on different types of channel that make no sense whatsoever. But in the preparedness community, they are really dialing us back. So I don't know how many more, I don't know how long a lot of these other channels are going to survive, but as long as you don't break the rules and as long as you just continue to drive on, and that's what you actually want to do, then it's pretty easy to keep your channel alive. You're never going to thrive. You're never going to thrive. And there's a lot of data out there to support that large subscriberships don't actually equal, people surviving. So on YouTube. So yeah, thank you for the comment, Bradley. That was actually on the last Butthurt report. He posted that. And I'm kind of scrolling through this. If you guys didn't know this, I'm going to pick it up and show you. So if you guys didn't know this, we actually have our comment system here. Like we just go to our community tab and then we can see everything in every comment field. We can click on videos. It's a pretty neat little thing that YouTube provides to YouTube developers so that they can actually keep track of all the comments that are I don't have to go video to video to video to video just to figure out what comment I want to look at. Replay team on short break at thrift store between vacation destinations. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. Hopefully your vacation is going super duper. It's that time of year where we should all be on vacation, but some of us just can't do that. Jimbowski says, I like the prepping from the cars series. Hope you keep this up, LP. Yes, I'm going to be doing that, Jimbowski. I think I knocked about 5 of those out, but I had some stuff come up here in the past that I had to deal with, and so it kind of slowed the roll, but don't worry about it. I've all got it on paper. I've got all the subjects, and I'm going to do everything in that same exact format the way you like it. So it's just a matter of like getting in the car, basically. Let's see. I made this video. The title of the video is, are these pistol lights worth buying? And Rose comments, it says, then in defense of y'all that don't read the instructions, cough, many times are inaccurate or incomplete. The running joke of Chinglish is so true for some items. Then again, it may have important information for you. Thanks, LP. You're very welcome, Rose. I try to do the joke about like the guy, it's, we don't need no instructions and you just throw it. And let's face it, there's some projects that are that intuitive that you don't need instructions. But I always try to take a glance at them, believe it or not, because it's like you might find this one little doodad that you never knew could do a specific thing that you've owned for years. It's like a hidden compartment. They have things like that. It sounds dumb, but I've got a knife sharpener that actually has a hidden compartment inside of it that I didn't even know about it. I stumbled across it when I was trying to figure out, like, watch a YouTube video and educate myself on like how to use this specific type of sharpener, right? And the next thing I know, he's like popping the side of it open, and yeah, there's a little hidden compartment in there. So I think it's got instructions in it or something, but I don't want to unroll it because it's like, I just feel bad. I don't know. I feel like something bad's going to happen if I unroll those instructions. So that's what Rose was talking about. Lots of catching the replay crew. What are we? I'm scrolling back up here. Tim Huther says, video posted at 10 a.m. I watched and hyped the video. Still up here, not flagged. Good luck. Yeah, okay, Tim, I appreciate you. That was also on that, because it was technically a gun video, and there's lots of rules for making these gun videos that you absolutely have to follow. You can't even it's just the craze. They have their rules, we have to follow them. It's that easy. So I had to follow lots of rules, and it was never flagged. It was never flagged, thank God, because I never broke the rules. It was that easy. I'm pretty much a stickler for that. You know, it's posted at 10 a.m. That's hilarious because I actually put it out like the day before at like 3 p.m. Thank you, YouTube. Your notification system is stellar, guys. It's stellar. YouTube handler. That's right. I actually, guys, have Alex. That's his name. Alex, YouTube handler. Come on, man. Talk to the algorithm, guys. All right, let's see. Rose is commenting again on bonus. I made this bonus content video. My girlfriend went and bought me. She thought she was buying me like preparedness stuff, so I like gave her a list of stuff that I wanted, but I didn't want to spend my money on, and also on that list of stuff that I actually did want. I did want this Vetronox. I did want this Vetronox. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now that's a knife. I did want this. And I did want the SAS Survival Handbook. The big one, guys. The one that's like $100 something. $22 now. $22. If you want a link, let me know. I'll go find it for you. People are selling $22. But she also bought me, I've always wanted them just to do something with them. But I never got around to buying them because it's like a nice to have thing, not a need to have thing. And it was the compressed towelettes that you put some water in and poof, they pop open. Never seen them before, just only seen them on the videos, right? So she got me a box of 200 of these things. They look like candy, and you just put a little bit of water on them and poof, they completely unfold themselves, and you can wash your body. I'd say they're probably the size of like like one of those man handy wipes, but the fabric in them is freaking awesome. It's super durable. It took a lot for me to pull it apart. But yeah, and you could actually, like, you probably reuse that fabric. And then I also wonder too, is if you were to just use water. Well, no. So someone said to make a sterile wipe, you just, instead of using water, put like a cap full of alcohol on them. They unfold, you know, got an alcohol wipe, right? Makes sense. But what if you just let that sucker dry out in the sun, right? Yeah. And now you have something that you could make like char cloth that's not char cloth. It's literally just, I wonder how fibrous, it felt like it was fibrous, but as if it dried out, you could probably like rub it together, like rub it hard, you know what I'm saying? And create like something super fibrous on the outside of it and make it light really fast. Not even with the alcohol, but just the fabric itself. It's very interesting. It's a thought. I might have to do an experiment. Well, and I think that was Rose's idea as well. But what was her comment? She says, clean and don't have to worry about them drying out. So you do wet wipes, if not used up over time. Also takes up less space than wet wipes, but if water shortage, oh well. So, I mean, you could technically use any kind of water there is if you're just washing something, you know. I think you'll be okay. Okay, so we're going to scroll back up through here, and we're going to get into some of these more. Where we got here? The video is clean drinking water made easy. I did a video on in the Prepping from the Car series on the different ways to purify water and what all that really meant. Texan comments, live straw and use only UV germ light for surface cleaner when a recharge solar or hand crank radio and bleach tablet from Dollar Tree. So he's talking about the ways that he does his water purification, water filtration, water sanitation, that kind of thing. And yeah, thanks for that comment, Texan. We've got... what is it? JP Prepper says, yeah, using local branches makes the best camouflage. And he's making reference to one of the videos that I did in the From Your Car video, or Prepping from Your Car series. It was titled Build Your Own Shelter Today. And it really did talk more about, actually building shelters from the vegetation that's around you, and that's why he was saying using local branches makes the best camouflage. Yes, exactly. You don't want to carry vegetation from one space to another because you may end up in a situation where somebody goes, "Hey, that really looks out of place." So it's just an FYI. Thank you for the comment, JB Prepper or JP Prepper. Let's see. Oh, this one was great. Bradley Collins commented, just got to thumbs up this. It was almost a year old. Way to really wait in the notification, YouTube. The video was from October 27th, 2024, when I got asked to speak at the Kentucky Sustainable Living and Preparedness Conference in Kentucky. And YouTube just pushed that out to him. It's wild. It's wild what's going on out there in the wild, wild west of YouTube videos. Let's see. So this one was kind of weird. I now know what he was like talking about. He's actually kind of like, this is like butthurtness, okay? And I went and checked out his webpage or his YouTube page. He quit making videos like a year ago. He's like his name is Farm Boy Slim, but he wears like a mask over his face, a funny suit costume, and he has this giant hat, like he's a mushroom, and he's like really into mushrooms. Which is cool, mushrooms, chicken of the forest, that kind of thing. But the video was, are you the armchair prepper, the worst kind? And he says, damn, prepper gatekeeping is new and hilarious. Yeah, I now know what he means. Farm Boy Slim, no one was trying to gatekeep anybody. No one was stopping anybody from being a specific way. But let's face it, if you analyze the boxes that Prepper put themselves in or creates the names, you know what I'm saying? A doomsday prepper, a prepsteader, a homesteader, a Western prepper, a survivalist, you know what I'm saying? And there are armchair preppers, just like there are armchair quarterbacks. I mean, there's armchair pretty much everything. It's basically the person who's just sitting around talking about it, And the thing that has to be known is that when you're gatekeeping, you're trying to stop somebody from progressing. Like, you can't come into our club, which I have experienced in the last week. But since I've been in the club, and we'll leave that one there, because I consider that to be dead in the water. I consider that to be over with. But like I said, I know what it is to be somebody to try to gatekeep you. This comment would actually came before things were going on. But anyway, and I experienced that. I'm trying to leave that there without using it as an example. So just let sleeping dogs lie. Anyway, so to Farm Boy Slim, nobody was gatekeeping. It was literally, maybe you should click. There's like a link in that short. That 1 minute short of that video where you can watch the entire video, where you see that there's this entire categories and how YouTubers, or not YouTubers, but preppers actually rate themselves. They put themselves into different categories. I, for instance, consider myself more of a Western prepper now because I don't have the property that I used to live on here in Virginia. I was more of a prepsteader when I lived on that property. Now I live in an apartment, and it's a completely different monster. I can't grow giant gardens. I can't have chickens. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different monster. But anyway, so that's what that comment was about. And Farm Boy, I kind of like the suit. It's a little weird, but hey, man, chicken in the forest. Let's see. What is this one? Rather than life or death. Where we got here? Oh, I made this video called "Good Things Are Coming at the Cemetery." It was actually a members only video, and we got Tim Huther commented, "It's better to learn and practice skills while the stakes are low rather than life or death." And the video was actually focused on Like I said, it was for members only, and I'm trying to remember because I make a lot of stuff for the members only. But it was focused mostly on developing skills now instead of trying to perform in that particular skill set during an emergency unprepared. You know, it's like smooth is fast, fast is smooth. That's some ideology. Those are some terms that you'll hear from time to time about developing skills. When you do something over and over and over and over and over, it becomes second nature. And so that when you are in a stressful situation, you can naturally perform that skill without the stressors of what's going on in the scenario or situation hindering you. Okay, and that's what that video is really about. And like I said, Tim said it's better to learn and practice skills while the stakes are low rather than life or death. 100%, 100%. All right, let's see here. And then there was a couple where we were talking about, and this one kind of had gained a little traction. What is it? The video was why hunting won't save you in an apocalypse. And the video was generally speaking to the deer, or the animal population. Deer was obviously of note, being hunted to almost near extinction during the Great Depression. And it's the logical pushback to anybody who says that they're just going to grab their never coming home bag and walking into the woods, and that's it. And those skills, they last, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people forget that you have to almost be nomadic in order to survive like that. You have to constantly be moving, because once you've hunted the animal population out of a specific area, you have to move to another one. Even the Indians knew when to move. You know what I'm saying? They had seasons for doing these things, so that they could let the animals come back to a specific spot while they were someplace else. Maybe there's a season where they're not killing everything they see, so that it can grow up and be big and strong and put food on the plate. You know, they were pretty smart about it. I think pretty much all indigenous people were like that. Yeah, that's what it was basically about. And then let me see if I can read this right. Ban everything posted. There were almost no deer left in Louisiana 100 years ago. During the Great Depression, fishing, farming, and foraging fed the population. Yeah, because there was no other food. Let's see here. Another comment on the armchair prepper video. This one comes from Ovid. At least he's trying. Better something than nothing. Anything, or also, it isn't a competition. Well, if you want to go to shtf situation, it actually is a competition. You know, he who has the food will survive longer. He who can keep the food will survive longer. He who has the food can build community. It is a competition for survival. Survival's always a competition. You know, it's I don't know. That's right up there with taking a knee at football games, just cause it's a little touchy-feely. But you know, everybody has the right to feel the way they want to feel and say the things that they want to say, as long as they're not infringing on other people's rights. It's that easy. But still, thank you for the comment, Ovid. Let's see here. Well, this one actually came out long. So this one was on the hunting during the apocalypse, and let's see if I can read this right. Cevidil. Cevidil. I can't. I'm not good at doing the license plate thing where you try to figure out what somebody wrote. Go fishing. If diesel runs out, the oceans can never be overfished. Glad to live near a desolate coast. It's one of my backup plans. Guy's got a backup plan. I love it. And then Bane, where we at here? Ban Everything says, in Louisiana, there's a great fishing spot within walking distance to most areas. It's easy to trap raccoons here too if you know how. Okay, and CD says, it's not my first choice or even second or third, but it is a choice. No one who lives near the coast needs to go hungry. Okay, and then they kind of go back and forth a little bit. And I wouldn't say that they're babbling, but I think that a lot of people chimed in on that one, and it was actually a great a thread. It was a great thread where they were actually like communicating in the chat about ideas. So yeah, there's that one. Let's see, spotty signal here in Montana. That was for the live stream. Let's see, I hope she weathers the storm. Let's see, members update and channel. I hope she weathers the storm well. Yeah, thank you, fishing guy. Yeah, he was talking about the girlfriend. For those that are new to the channel, my girlfriend has stage 4 colorectal cancer that has metastasized to her liver. And when you look at her liver, it should be a certain shape that it is not now. Stage 4 means something. If you don't know, please look it up. And so that's what I do with like a big part of my day actually. Is caretake for her. Yeah, I appreciate that, fishing guy. Appreciate that. Let's see here. And then I got some people chiming in about the whole video I did a couple days ago. Interesting. Let's see here. And that was World Survivalists. Let's see. Okay, so this one, and this is a positive one. So if you're watching, or people that you know the Livingston Man, he asked me why I tagged him in a video, and I've messaged him a few times, but Livingston Man, yes, I felt as if it was a professional courtesy. It was a courtesy to you. Because you are a YouTube developer, you have a YouTube channel, guys. If you don't know, just Google the Livingston Man, and you'll find his channel. Go look there. Make sure you subscribe. It looks like he does videos about anywhere from once a week to once a month. It's not bad stuff. I enjoyed it. I tagged you in that video because, like I said, it was a courtesy. I wanted to let you know that words might be said that were about you, and then I didn't want you to misunderstand or not know or be blindsided. Now that didn't work. But I mean, at least I tried, and I've respected your wishes. I've taken your name off the video, and hopefully you got my message. You know, it's like, yeah, that was really about it. That's what this post right here was about. That he posted, like, why are you tagging me in this? You know, but yeah, it was simply a courtesy. That's all. So. And then let's see, we had another one on that same video about YouTube preppers betraying the community. Let's see here. This one was actually kind of interesting. You know, there's everybody has got to like live with a little bit of humility. You know, sometimes you have to humble yourself to the situation to become like a little better. You know what I'm saying? So Cool, longtime follower, subscriber, and member. He says, I think my daughter said it best when she said, and I quote, Dad, I can't believe you're still watching this. It sounds like the kids that argue in my middle school. She will be 13 in 3 weeks. Yeah, I mean, I can see why, you know, even a child will think that some of the things that were being said were a little childish, and frankly, you know, it's when you set out to prove a point, when you set out to defend yourself, and it drags on too long. This went on for like 2 hours. And then it starts to be fun because people are interacting with you. You kind of forget like what your purpose was. You know, your purpose was basically, hey, stop telling lies about me, and that's it. You know, I mean, even the person who is doing it, they haven't been like kicked out of anything. They're still part of the Discord group we've got. I'm still subscribed to their channel. I'm still in their Facebook. I mean, I'm still like, there's a back and forth. It's like we're just kind of like. We're just passing in the hallway, you know what I'm saying now? That's the way it's going to be. So, but yeah, that was interesting. Cool. Let's see here, and then from the last Butthurt report, I've got a comment here from Raph Master. Between this and the drama in the Spec Ops bro space, There is no shortage of content. Laugh out loud. Raffmaster, you're absolutely right. If you guys aren't tracking what's going on inside of they've labeled it the Spec Ops or Special Operations Bro Space. Pretty much anybody who is like, I was in Special Forces. If you know what that, here, let me move this over here. Am I getting this right? There it is. If you know what that is, you know what that is. There's like this huge thing with, what is his name? He was called the Sheriff of Baghdad. What do they call him? Shrek. He got himself in a lot of trouble and a bunch of freaking Army Green Berets, and this guy was Delta Force Green Beret, all that stuff. He had his tab officially removed, his MOS redacted as being an Army or U.S. Army Green Beret Special Forces operator. And I hate saying that; it sounds operator. But anyway, and so it's pretty huge that there's a lot of Green Berets that are jumping on Green Berets and Navy SEALs jumping on Navy SEALs, and it's like, we're policing our community. And it's starting to sound really familiar here in the prepper space. Me personally, I could give two squats about what happens over there. I've watched a few of the videos, but this one guy's just like, when I hold this beret, and it's like, dude, just put it on a shelf someplace. I get it. I get these people that have no other skills other than becoming highly effective at putting 5.56 between people's chests, into their chest. I get it. I live it. I know it. But you got to have another skill. When you leave the service, you got to have another skill. You can't falling back on it and making money off it. Good, that's great. But at some point it all turns into bull, because that skill does not translate into anything physically in the real world. Psychologically, yes. It can be used for lots of things. If you paid attention to your seniors, if you understood what you were supposed to know as an NCO in the Marine Corps staff NCO, if you did all that stuff, then yeah, a lot of things you learned about discipline and work ethic. And if you paid attention in your staff non-commissioned officers course or your NCO leadership courses, you know what I'm saying? Before you became a institutionalist, which was like first sergeant above, if you paid attention to all that stuff, some of that would translate into the civilian world. But straight up, really good with a freaking AR, doesn't really translate unless you're teaching people to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you should just go become a merc. Just go do that. There's a lot of money in it. I'm telling you now, there's so much money in it. Just go do that. Don't waste your time on YouTube. Okay, so enough of that crazy rant, but thank you, Raffmaster. I appreciate you, bro. Let's see here. What do we got? Suburban Prepper. Hello, Suburban Prepper. 5,000 subscribers. Appreciate you, bro. He made a comment on the Wilderness Prepper are skills enough to survive? ? He says, I watch your videos and learn what I'm doing wrong. I make drive time live streams, but my camera placement is wrong. Thanks for the inspiration. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. Thank you for watching. I'm your inspiration. I love it. Let's see here. Great video with all that information I missed. That was the late night live stream. That's a whole paragraph there. Wilderness preppers are skills enough to survive was the video. I don't think I've read this one yet. This is John January. He says, not sure what type of shtf you were planning for. God, I gotta click the read more button. Jesus, there's like a whole 3 paragraphs of stuff here. Bottom line, I'm going to read the last paragraph. In my opinion, you need to have at least 2 to 3 years of long-term food stored up and dependable water sources, as you mentioned, with dependable purification abilities. More than one way, redundancy. Plus, lots of heirloom seeds for future and the knowledge and ability to grow them. God bless you all. Yeah, Broseph. Yeah, John, January. Solid advice. Solid advice. I've got a year's worth of dried food underneath, or freeze-dried food underneath my bed. Not a joke. It's not hard to do. It's expensive, but it's not hard to do. Okay, let's scroll back up here because hopefully we're getting close to the end of this. This has been going on for like 34 minutes. Holy shnikey, so many comments. We've got creative redundancy. Nice, 2.1 thousand subscribers watching me. And the video is top prepper types revealed. Which one are you? He says, hello, LP. I've dipped in many of these spaces in varying degree. Diversifying yet fine-tuning as well. I think what he's talking about is like, hey, I used to be this, but now I'm that, and now I'm moving into this, but I used to be this. You know what I'm saying? So there's creative redundancy is like there's an evolution in their preparedness, which is awesome. And thank you for that comment, my friend. Let's see your competition. Oh, the last one. I got a comment here from let's see, the video that I did a couple of days ago, or the live stream that I did a couple of days ago. This is the our YouTube prepping preppers betraying the community. And Nick Easy says, "Can I use this content and stream it live on another channel? Maybe a touchy topic." Upside down smiley face. Anyway. Thank you for the comment, Nick. Whatever, dude. Thanks for the giggle, man. I appreciate you. And yeah, make sure you got. Yeah, he's got 70 subscribers. Go find Nick Easy. Maybe he's got something cool on his channel. You never know. He could be like this silent, like sleeper dude that like has the best channel ever. Not a joke. I found a lot of those. Like, yeah, I'm gonna watch that stuff. And this guy's got like 12 subscribers. Nobody knows about this guy. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be watching that. Okay, so that was the last of the comments for the week. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. As usual, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up on the way out the door because it's free and it's good for me. As usual, stay safe. Have a great day, and I shall see you when I see you. Bye-bye. And some stuff's gonna like pop up over here. Go watch one of those. They're pretty good. Later.